So, folks, this is how I will close the broadcast. The violence meted against Christopher Water Sisulu Vesely was unwarranted. He did not provoke the CDC government to be treated the way he got brutalized. All this student and all the students from the Student Unification Party have said, fix the country. The words "fix the country" does not constitute violence. It is an expression of one's free speech, the right to speak on issues of national concern. These children, these students were denied the right to their own campus to gather and assemble and protest peacefully. They printed t-shirts. I believe they had placards. And that's all they had. And all they wanted to say was that we don't feel the need for a July 26th celebration when hospitals are in bad shape, when corruption is all over the place, when poverty is in the land. And that is their opinion. Their protest was not intended to disrupt the celebration. Their protest was not intended to stop the independence celebration of Liberia. They just wanted to say that there is no need, given the conditions, given the hardship, given the poverty, and that what is important now is to fix the country. When the country is fixed, we'll have peace. When there are jobs, we'll have peace. When the schools are in good condition, we will have peace. When teachers and all of civil servants are taking peace, we will have peace. We will have peace when the prices of basic commodities are affordable for poor citizens. We will have peace when auditors are killed mysteriously and people are held accountable. We will have peace when citizens are suffering and the government is assuring them and guaranteeing that they are doing something about the conditions they are facing. Then we will have peace. We'll have peace when the country is being governed. We'll have peace when we have reliable electricity. We'll have peace when we have safe drinking water. We'll have peace when the security forces are protecting the citizens. We'll have peace when young people who are living on drugs are taken off drugs and rehabilitated and sent back into the community to contribute positively. We'll have peace when the governments are doing everything to provide jobs for young people. So let us focus on fixing the country. And that this celebration is not going to change anything. Maybe the money we're using for the celebration can be used for something else. Then we will have peace. That is all they had intended to say. And they were only in white t-shirts to say that. And the CDC that protested so many times in front of that very U.S. embassy that went on hunger strike, sleeping in the streets right before the embassy. No one counter-protested them. No one threw stones at them. They did that as a registration of their dissent and dissatisfaction of the way the country was being governed under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. And we condemn violence that was meted against the CDC by security forces under the hands of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. But this is the very Ellen Johnson Sirleaf George Weah is in bed with. What an irony. And that is all the students were saying. And then this is the price that this student has to pay And even as we speak, the government of Liberia is yet, the president of Liberia is yet to go to this young man's age. Just as he would not intervene when Achim Popon set himself on fire. They laugh at him. They are laughing today. They are happy that this has happened. They are happy that these children will not have the courage anymore to protest against conditions that they are facing in the country, because they have put into play a wicked and evil deterrent. This is governance. And why we see this terror, this pure evil, this heartlessness, this mindlessness, this brainlessness, this pure evil in broad day. The police is yet to effect any arrest up to the time I came live. But when people are protesting against the government, they are arrested in no time. But yet, as citizens, CDC surrogates, loyalists, and auxiliary members that have mental violence caught on camera, on videos, pictures everywhere, they are not arrested yet. Statement came from the chairman of CDC COP. He's not being arrested yet. When Mo Ali released a statement, they were calling him. When Manipaka Dumwe released a statement, he was arrested. This is the very CDC that chased Martin Colley out of Liberia. This is the very CDC it has been accused of Justina Taylor. This is the very CDC we saw on cameras this time. The evidence all over the place. And people are calling for investigation. Arrest the perpetrators that we saw on cameras, and you can do your investigation. And the president released a song about brotherhood. This is the display of brotherhood. This is how he shows that brotherhood he preached in that meaningless song that does not offer any opportunity for any citizen other than to celebrate himself on Liberia's Independence Day. He wanted to be celebrated. Being president is not enough for him. I have to leave you by saying this is something that every Liberian should stand up for. This is something that every Liberian should stand up for. In Sri Lanka, the protests we saw recently, the people of Sri Lanka use Facebook, they use TikTok, they use Twitter. I would have loved to see every Liberian who opposed their act of violence to change their profile picture to this young man picture. But they will not do it. Liberians were changing their profile picture to the flag of Ukraine, to the flag of France, and many other countries, in solidarity with those countries. But here is their fellow citizen. A single one, just few of them change their profile picture. Few of them are sharing the video. Few of them are posting about it. We demand justice for Christopher Water Sisulu civilly. We demand justice for this young man. We need justice right now. And I urge you to change your profile picture to symbolically identify with him. Go on our Facebook page, focus on Liberia Facebook page. Take this particular poster right here. Put it on your Facebook page. Let the world see that Liberia at least is angry that one of its citizens has been brutalized by loyalists of the government that should be serving them. Do that at least. That is what was done in Sri Lanka. And a government was held accountable for the wickedness, for the mismanagement and corruption and bad governance in that country. Do that at least for Christ's sake. Let the whole world see that a country at least is standing up for one of its own. We have not stood up enough for the 250,000 that died. We did not stand up for Emmanuel Service when you were brutalized by security forces close to the president. We did not stand up for him. We did not stand up for the EPS guy who they killed and they said he had killed himself. We did not stand up for the 3 missing boys. It's a mystery today. We did not stand up for Princess Cooper. We did not stand up for Abba Peters. We did not stand up for George Fambutu. We did not stand up for Nyinswa. When will we ever and ever stand up against evil when we see it? Ask a people, when? Even just suppose that I stand with Sisulu. Look for this image and focus on Liberia page. Put it on your Facebook page. At least do something. Goes to my personal YouTube channel. The video that I play is also there. Share it everywhere. Let the world see the act of violence for what it is. Let the world see it. And that you do not condone it, and that you are against it, and that you want accountability. Do something for once. This nonsense argument that protests bring war is meaningless. Since President Weah came to power, there have been one protest after the other. We have not gone to any war. U.S., there's protests everywhere in the United States. Nearly every day. America has not gone to war. Protests going on in Nigeria. Nigeria has not gone to war. Protests just went on in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka did not go to war. So what are you talking about here? I don't buy this argument. It does not hold. It is upside down. This is a CDC tactic to confuse you, to scare you that protests bring war. When CDC protested for 12 years when they were in opposition, did we go to war? We did not go to war. Protests did not take us to war for 12 years of Ellen Johnson's Salih rule. CDC were protesting. How dare the very CDC tell us now that protests will take us to war and that protests will disturb the peace? Did we not have peace during Ellen time and they were protesting? It did not thwart the peace. It will not thwart the peace. It will even guarantee the peace because those in power will be held accountable. Let us use the internet for good and for once and not tear each other down, but use it to stand up for what is pure evil in our land. I have said enough. I have to go now. I'm sorry that your political leaders will not stand for you. I'm sorry that your student leaders will not stand for you. And those who try have been brutalized, and the rest are in fear for their lives. I'm sorry that your human rights leaders will not even file a lawsuit against the government. Our lawyers are sitting down. None of them will do something. Our religious leaders are in a pocket of the government. Our Muslim leaders are also cowards. They will not stand up for justice. Even pastors in our country are corrupt. They can't stand up for anything. And for the officials of the CDC, they dance in corruption. They laugh at the pain and they celebrate wickedness in the land. All because to protect a man in power and hide behind that they are protecting the peace. Nonsense to the highest order, and we should not take it. I am Anthony Sier. I brought you this edition. I'm closing in this manner because I'm mad like hell. Thank you for watching. The song says we are all Liberians, and that song is taking us home right now. Enjoy the song, We Are All Liberians, for just 1 minute. And maybe that will provoke you to do something about this act of violence. I'm not trying to tell you to go take your arms. Do something. Thank you for watching. Until I see you again, the name is Anthony Sier, and I'm the host of the Hour of Politics here at Focus on Liberia. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the song, We Are All Indeed Liberians.
We are Labira. Labira is our home.